Must go faster.
What's going on, guys? Hope you're all doing well. Now for today's video, we've got some updates on the new Jurassic World movie that are kind of massive in size. So for starters, the new director has been revealed to be David Leitch on Jurassic Park 7. His credits include movies like the first John Wick, Atomic Blonde, Deadpool 2, Fast and Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw, as well as the new movie Bullet Train. Now the release date has also been revealed with a planned premiere of July 2nd of 2025. So this movie is being fast-tracked and they are trying to put this thing out there like immediately. So what does all this news mean surrounding the new film, and what can we as Jurassic Park fans expect from this project in the next few coming months? Alright guys, so straight off the bat, I mean, they're making this film immediately. They want to throw this out there, and look, the only reason I can honestly think of for that happening is because the economy is so bad. A lot of companies are bleeding money, and with Universal Studios, their only real projects that are massive are stuff like Fast and Furious and Jurassic when it comes to like a live action point of view. So I think what they're doing is I hate to say this, but it looks like they're taking this franchise and basically saying, we need money, you make money, make a new one please now. And I don't want that to be true, but the way they're fast tracking this, the only other thing that makes sense for me is they really want to get away from the Jurassic World trilogy, like what they've done to the brand and the way the brand is now recognized. So they're just trying to put another one out there to try and like really make something different from Dominion. But with this director reveal, there's a lot of stuff that I'm kind of very skeptical on. So the guy they chose, David Leitch, like, make no mistake, if you watch his movies, like the action and stuff, it's really good action, and I would go as far to say that his movies are quite well done in those regards. But I'm just very surprised at this choice based off of the fact that it's a Jurassic Park movie and the fact that David Koepp, the writer of the first Jurassic Park and The Lost World, is returning to the screenplay. So like, why did they get this guy back to direct? And it's nothing like against David Leitch or anything like that. I'm hoping that he can pull off a great film. I don't know the specifics of what they're trying to do though. So if anybody working on the production knows David Leitch, or like if David Leitch himself like watches a video like this, so yeah, welcome to this franchise. I just want to say right off the bat, I love the first John Wick. I don't know what you can really do with Jurassic Park, and I hope you guys know that a lot of fans are kind of like, they're kind of reeling at the idea of this being Malta Chase the movie, because we really want to get away from what Jurassic World Dominion and really the more action-oriented stuff from the Jurassic World franchise. We kind of want to get away from that and go back to, if you want to go action, something more along the lines of like the roundup chase in the Lost World Jurassic Park, or maybe even the shoot her scene at the beginning of the first Jurassic. A lot of us are kind of looking for more of that. So David Leitch, or anybody out there watching this video, you know, just keep that in mind when you're making this new movie. Now, one thing I haven't seen any other fan really bring up just yet is the Fast and Furious link. We do not want a Fast and Furious Jurassic Park crossover. Straight up, nobody does. It's a meme, and it's not a good meme at that. It would kill that franchise, and we don't want that to happen. Like, I'll say this though, you guys need to take into consideration as fans that that Hobbs and Shaw movie that David Leitch made, remember, originally 5 years ago, Battle at Big Rock, directed by Colin Trevorrow, was supposed to premiere with that movie in theaters. And then a couple of years later, the prologue that was supposed to be the beginning of Dominion, it did come out on top of Fast and Furious 9. So Universal has been trying to like link these two franchises in putting out Jurassic content. I have no doubt in my mind that's actually why David Leitch got this job. He probably did a job that Universal thought was very satisfactory on Hobbs and Shaw with the Hawaii chase scenes where The Rock and Jason Statham were like going with the helicopter and everything. I think they looked at that and they said, this guy can make action, put him in the Jurassic World seat. So we'll see what happens. I'm very interested to see like what comes of that. It's very strange to me because I don't know what to expect, and be completely honest with you. And like, I think that with the level of, because he does do good action, like it's great stuff, and his movies aren't bad, but they're not the kinds of movies that we really associate with Jurassic. And to be completely honest with you, the direction Colin Trevorrow pushed this thing in is not good. Like the whole Malta chase scene where there's a fist fight where Bryce Dallas Howard zaps Soyona Santos and she flies across the room, like that's all very comic book, like bubblegum Mission Impossible style stuff that it just doesn't belong in Jurassic Park. And the more I see stuff like that, the more I wonder, did they intentionally like shove a square in a circle hole, like trying to make sure that they could make this brand into the absolute antithesis of like anything Jurassic? I hope that's not true, and it also doesn't make sense to me because they've got the new survival game, Jurassic Park Survival, set in 1993 coming out. They got David Koepp back writing this movie. But guys, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I want this movie to be as good as it can be, and I hope David Leitch, he's a great director, I just hope he realizes that if he wants to make an action scene or something like that, here, I'll pitch something to you. Imagine the inside of a double-decker bus or something, and a Tyrannosaurus is like attacking it, and there's glass shattering everywhere, people are falling down, the camera moves to the back of the bus where someone's trying to get out and they open the latch and get gobbled up by a T.rex or something and actually killed, like shaking the bones like Gennaro died, not gobbled up like a video game, like what you see in Dominion. Like that to me sounds like the kind of explosive action that would be cool in a Jurassic movie from David Leitch. But if we get something like, you know, hand-to-hand combat and people are flying out windows and raptors are like, you know, I don't know, man. Wow. But anyways, this is very interesting to me because the worst case scenario that I can see coming out of this is basically Malta the movie, and that's not Jurassic. It's not Jurassic Park, man. It's not even Jurassic World at that point. It's something completely different. It'll probably be directed really good, and the dialogue and the plot stuff from Koepp will be way better than it has been. But it'll still not be Jurassic. So yeah, the best case scenario though would kind of be like an actual 2-hour San Diego movie, maybe, where there's actual military and dinosaur like interception, maybe something along the lines of that canceled Trespasser 2 story. I don't know. I can see it being directed very well and the writing being way better than it has been in a while. In fact, I've got a video coming out soon basically going over what happened to the Jurassic World franchise and why it derailed the way it did. But I really think best case scenario, this thing actually is just a slickly directed, better written movie that actually is high octane action. But again, I'm struggling to really see how this is Jurassic World or Jurassic Park. Like, it feels like we're really moving away from the brand because they just, I don't know why. But yeah, again, if there's anybody on the project listening, all the fans want a great movie. We want to see a Jurassic Park film actually succeed and be the best it possibly can be. And in closing, I'll say this, guys, if you can channel in some of that Lost World Jurassic Park style action of maybe the roundup scene where Roland Tembo and everybody are trying to catch the Pachycephalosaurus. By the way, guys, I rewatched Lost World. Did you know there's like a full-grown Pachycephalosaurus in that movie, not just the little baby that they catch? If you pay close attention to like the right of the screen where the camera moves up and you can see Roland going out to catch all the animals, there's a big full-grown one and it's like coming to the right. If you could do a movie where you've got Pachycephalosaurs like ramming into the side of trucks and they're like flying over backwards and there's like T-Rexes in there and it's explosive and they're trying to like rattle up Triceratops or Stegosaurs, that kind of action would work in a Jurassic standpoint as long as it's not over the top and more like karate Matrix style, like like, you know, blocking fists and stuff. I don't even know why that would be in a Jurassic Park movie. But again, David Koepp, he recently wrote something that was apparently hailed as a very highly critically acclaimed thriller, like a suspenseful horror-oriented film. I have not seen it myself, but that does make me actually smile a bit, because I'm like, okay, like David Koepp knows how to do darker stuff, and he knows how to write good action. He wrote the first Spider-Man movie, so like and he wrote the first Mission Impossible movie. But what we really care about as Jurassic fans is Jurassic Park and the Lost World Jurassic Park. David, you're back, man. Like, I just hope you guys know that's what we're expecting. So yeah, that's the news, guys. I gave it to y'all straight at the beginning, and then I gave my thoughts on everything. A new director has been unveiled for Jurassic Park 7, and the release date is scheduled for July 2nd. I have no idea how fast they're going to push this thing out, but yeah, that's the news, guys, and those are my thoughts and opinions on it. Just keeping it all real with y'all. Whatever your own happen to be, I'd love to hear all about them, guys. What kind of sort of scenes do you want to see in a new Jurassic movie? I want it to be more grounded. I want it to be more serious. I want it to be the Lost World Jurassic Park, and if it's on the mainland, then yeah, do that. Do the 2-hour San Diego thing where you've got like just wild stuff happening in a city environment. But please make sure it's a Jurassic Park movie and not something else. I've given my thoughts. Whatever your own happen to be, guys, I'd love to hear all about them in the comments down below. Now, before I go, I want to thank everyone that's helped me build my channel over the years. I'd also like to thank every one of you guys who've watched my stuff. You've all been extremely cool to me. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate a like and hope that you'll consider subscribing. God bless you all. Christ is King. See you guys in the next video, and as always, take it easy.